Hello and welcome to Meditations for Mortals. I'm Lindsay Milner and we are on the final day, day 28 of Oliver Burkeman's volume Meditations for Mortals, a 4-week guide to doing what counts. Day 28 is called What Matters and subtitled On Finding Your Way. So I guess a way of trying to bring together all of the information, all of the different meditations, all of the different principles that he's been looking at over the last 4 weeks. And it's another one where I feel that he's walking a fine line between we matter and we don't matter. And he says that if he feels overwhelmed by things, it helps him to kind of zoom out and realise that he's just a small, insignificant little dot on this planet, and what he does won't matter in the future. But he says that instead of that being depressing and demoralising, he finds comfort in that. He then goes on to say that actually what we do does matter. It matters to the people in our lives. It matters to the people that we have an impact on. And what he says is that we don't have to go and do something absolutely huge, magnificent, that has a massive impact on the world to matter. What we have to do is to do something that counts for the people that are in our lives, whether that's the work we're doing, whether it's our family, whether it's people within our community. It all matters. And I like this as a principle. It reminds me of someone that I met whilst I was at uni, and she wrote her dissertation on mattering. And she was specifically focusing on women in midlife. But one of the things that she concluded in her dissertation was that we matter on a daily basis. Things we do every day matter. And a conversation that I had with her sort of came back to me several months later. And so that one single conversation that I had with her did have an impact on me. And I'm sure she matters far more than that to the people within her lives. So it's that realisation that actually what we do on a daily basis does matter, even if we then want to zoom out and look at the whole world and realise that actually our lives are not going to change the world. One of the things that I liked at the end, and I am going to read this short extract of the chapter. This is attributed to an eco-philosopher, Derek Jensen, who says, "The good thing about everything being so fucked up is that no matter where you look, there is great work to be done." So I love that. That's the positivity of, like, yeah, everything is fucked up. What you're going to do? You're going to do what you can. There's something that you can do to make a difference. Even if it is only a teeny tiny small difference, it will make a difference to the people that are close to you. So that, I guess, is the message of day 28, and in some respects the message of the whole. Maybe it's not. There is an epilogue and I will come to that tomorrow. But for me, it kind of sums up that what we do matters, and how we go about it. It matters to us as an individual. It matters to the people who are in our lives. And I think also it does bring us back to something that I looked at a couple of days ago in a written article, which is about self-acceptance. Accept what's happening, accept how we are, accept that we are human and we exist. So we should just continue to live our lives doing the best we can in the situation in which we find ourselves. That is Meditations for Mortals by Oliver Burkeman. There's a plane going over. That's really loud. Why is that so loud? Sounds like a small aircraft going over. Meditations for Mortals by Oliver Burkeman, a 4-week guide to doing what counts. We have reached the end of the 4 weeks, day 28. It took me a bit longer than 4 weeks to get through using his daily-ish principle. I will see you next time, probably for a different book in 5 minutes. Thank you for being with me through this journey. If it's helped you, let me know in the comments. If you think there's something that could have been done better, look forward to seeing that too. See you next time. Bye.